The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If you had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, he could get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
The L weaving its way through these quiet winter streets as all the action is inside the raucous Chicago Stadium. Now let's go over to tonight's public.
Welcome fans to the All-Star Exhibition Game. At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance. And now, at forward, a 3-time.
Greetings everyone from Chicago, the host of the 1988 All-Star Game. Alongside the terrific Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines, I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this terrific city has produced some greats, and 4 of them playing tonight.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The Windy City, Chicago, has produced Mo Cheeks, Isaiah Thomas, Doc Rivers, and Mark Aguirre, all All-Stars. And I'm sure they've got plenty of family and friends in attendance to enjoy their performance on the court.
Yep, so much to celebrate. And Clark, is there a common thread when you think about a Chicago-type player?
Well, I certainly do believe there's a common thread. When playing outside or outdoors in the Windy City, the perimeter shot can easily get blown off course. So you got to be able to get that thing to the rack and in a straight line fashion. And that's something all Chicago players share in common.
A lot of high flyers, you're right. And your West All-Stars, Matt Lieber and Magic Johnson, the guards. Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots. And in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow! Clark, amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Now, here's Jordan. Following the miss by Hakeem, he shoots again, and Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 8 points. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American. And Fat Lever, snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well, best by a mile for NBA guards.
And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark. Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. Jordan dishes to Malone. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And Moses Malone, Clark, the wily veteran for the Washington Bullets.
And you know, Kevin, his coach, Wes Unseld, says Malone has really added a level of aggressiveness to the Washington Bullets.
And he brings Clark a championship pedigree to the team.
No doubt.
And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into the game, and get the crowd into the game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend. Guys, back to you.
Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You think about the fans in Chicago. They love basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah, and the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed, they do. Now, here's Jordan following the miss by Hakeem. From deep, Thomas. The rebound by Johnson. The West trails by 4. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. And so Jordan will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Shoots. And Bird gets it to go on the assist from Michael Jordan. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60-something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right,
It's Bill Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
Here's Jordan. After the made shot from Alex English. Thomas's shot is off.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Johnson, the pass to Malone. And it's blocked by Jordan. Count that one. Johnson's got his second basket of the night. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. Here's Johnson, and Magic Johnson with the slam. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yeah, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. Here's Johnson after the made shot from Michael Jordan. From the low block, English misses. Now Jordan, 15 points in the game. Releases from 15. Miss number 4 for him from the floor. 7 for 11 field goal attempts. English the pass to Johnson. Malone right side. And Magic Johnson continuing to orchestrate beautifully.
And you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11.
Now, here's English. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. And English with the stuff.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like him.
Now, here's English. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. 5 to shoot. Johnson, good. Clark, wide open, high scoring both ways.
These tremendous All-Stars are putting on a tremendous show, Kevin.
What a blast. Thomas passes to Jordan. Bird kicks to Jordan. Michael Jordan on the wing, and they double up Jordan to the middle. Second shot opportunity, and the play by Thomas as he finishes it off for 2.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Malone. Jordan's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars. And here's the West with the ball. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Bird.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And, you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Thomas. Jordan's got 21 in the game. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow.
3rd team foul. Substitution.
15 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson goes in, pass to Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem, the elder statesman. 19 years in the NBA. Decades of dominance. Here's Jordan. Michael Jordan showing the explosiveness that won in the dunk contest last night.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And whoop.
The West All-Stars.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West All-Stars. And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you got to love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. On the floor for the West All-Stars, we've got Johnson. Worthy out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Drexler in at the shooting guard position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
McDaniels checked in for the West.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Drexler inside. He's against Ewing. And Ewing with the block.
Boy, Ewing using that size to make an impact on D. He loves coming up with the rejections.
2 on the clock. Johnson. It's rebounded by Jordan. Johnson's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 27. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And, you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, tremendous vision from Rivers there. You see why he racks up so many assists.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Knocked loose. Johnson against Jordan. Pass to Drexler. Over Rivers. Drexler, that's good. Drexler's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan, Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Great athlete. Drexler glides with the greatest of ease. Phi Slamma Jamma.
I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Clark, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end of the floor. Excellent game plan and execution.
And the West has made their imprint here in the early going, Clark.
Unfazed by those that are predicting otherwise. They're playing with a lot of confidence and maybe a little bit of an edge, too.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you?
Yep.
Kevin McHale, he checked in for the East. Bird comes in for Dominique Wilkins. Then for the West All-Stars, Karl Malone's checked in for Worthy. And Levers subbed in for Johnson.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
Drexler inside, guarded by Jordan. And it's Drexler missing.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Bird misses. And they've been moving the ball, Clark, really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Jordan down low. He's against Drexler. A nice shot by Jordan.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
Lever kicks to Malone. Back to Lever. Here's Drexler. And they get it back. McDaniel, the pass to Lever. Now Abdul-Jabbar. He's guarded by Ewing. The pass to McDaniel. Lever outside. Bird against Drexler. Shot clock at 2, and he lays it up and in. Drexler's got 6 here in this quarter.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries. And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star game.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And some changes here for the East. Malone's checked in for Ewing, and Thomas subbed in for Doc Rivers. The West All-Stars also with the sub. English is checked in. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised that the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Here's English. The silky high release from Alex English.
He does not lack for confidence, and
He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
McHale setting the pick for Jordan. Can't hit that one. Tries again, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Jordan looking around. Malone gets the bucket.
Moses Malone is not only a 6-time rebounding champ, but he's also a 10-time All-Star. He gives the Washington Bullets some real muscle inside.
Here's English. Sinks the 15-footer. English has got 8 points.
Alex English has a sweet jumper, a bit unorthodox, but nonetheless sweet and effective.
Olajuwon's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the East.
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And, Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established. Tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game, set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin, and it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Jordan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Malone.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
Danny Ainge is checked in for Kevin McHale. And West also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Pass to English. Shoots from 12. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Jordan.
Jordan, so sweet to watch in the air. What a treat.
Lever against Ainge. Here's Olajuwon. Goes back up, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know, so far, I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
The East making a switch. Doherty's checked in.
What Akeem provides for his team is a rock-solid foundation. They can rely on him on both ends and build schemes around his talent.
Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got the lead up to 9 now for the East All-Stars.
I tell you, his vision has been outstanding in this one, finding many opportunities to create for his team.
English the pass to Malone. Shoots over Bird, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Malone's got his second bucket tonight. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jordan finds Bird. Back to Jordan. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
English passes to Lever. Johnson outside. Here's Olajuwon. Good on the 13-footer. And now it's only a 5-point East All-Star lead. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a... And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th. The West trails by 5.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Ewing is out there with Bird. That's Michael Jordan. And there's Dominique Wilkins. And it's Thomas in at the 1. That's the group for Mike Fratello getting going here in the second half. Johnson kicks to Malone. Pass to Olajuwon. Nifty move. The grace of Hakeem Olajuwon. Something special to see. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. And of the players in tonight's All-Star Game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times. Ooh, I like that. The reverse jam.
Oh, yeah, look at the camera flashes popping up. Bird. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got his 8th assist in the game. Thomas against Lever. Malone, a screen on Thomas. At the top of the key, Malone. He dishes it to Johnson. 5 on the clock. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star Game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
Outside, Malone. Passes it to Olajuwon. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. Malone's checked in for the East.
Into the lineup for your East All-Stars, Moses Malone.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Jordan. He feeds it to Malone. Good D by Olajuwon. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. It's a 5-point game. Lever finds Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. 14 points for Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now. 2nd in All-Star votes this year. And he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event. Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game, trying to fill it up tonight as well.
Johnson dishes to Olajuwon. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Olajuwon's got 4 points this quarter. And the clock not in Kareem's favor as far as setting this record clock.
And he's not even on the floor. The West has to at least give him that chance.
Rivers, he's checked in for Thomas. Aguaya's checked in for the West. Drexler comes in for Lever. No good from Bird.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Johnson against Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Malone. Olajuwon inside. He's got 23. Missed inside. The East leading by 3. Jordan passes to Bird. In the corner, Wilkins with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
You know, Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in, stolen by Bird, and now here's Jordan pushing it up, and no one back there.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks, no question about that, and he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting him touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Well, I like Magic doing his work inside. The close range look. Smart play that time by the Magic one.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Bird. Jordan kicks to Wilkins. Malone sets the pick for Wilkins. Good.
Boy, excellent work from the talented swingman. Wilkins just taking it on the chin right there and still muscling through the contact.
Wilson, he's checked in for the West. East All-Stars haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. The West trails by 8. Johnson, the pass to Drexler. Fader on the way, and it's in there. Drexler's got 8 points.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot. You've got to be aware of where Kareem is now. He's an intimidating, effective presence protecting the rim.
On Kareem running low on time to set that scoring record, Clark.
Kevin, there's still enough time left in my mind for him to do it. I would love to see it happen. No guarantees that he gets back to this game next year.
Brad Doherty, he's checked in for the East. Ainge comes in for Wilkins. Rivers against Aguirre. Johnson outside. Fires from 18. Lock at 6. They set the screen. Here's Aguirre, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson.
And the Mavericks' Mark Aguirre actually got married last night. How about that? A big weekend for the DePaul product.
Rivers kicks to Jordan. With the drive, and the layup falls. Jordan's got 54 points.
You know, once Jordan makes his move to the basket, he has no intention of stopping, which makes it hard to slow his progress.
East foul. Danny Ainge. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Aguirre. Fires from the line. They get the rebound. The East leading by 8. Here's Jordan. Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
Now, here's Johnson. He's got 16. Drexler outside. And there's the pass to Aguirre. Inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Gets the 3-point of the fall. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
And they double up Jordan over Aguirre. Doherty the pass to Malone. That one falls. Malone's got 8.
Boy, the hard worker that Malone is makes you appreciate it, especially close to the rim. He's a strong guy who usually overpowers defenders inside.
Here's Aguirre. Money from the wing. Aguirre's got 4 this quarter. And you think about adjusting, Clark. How about the all-star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this. That sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right. Back to Malone. Oh, and here we go. Drexler with nobody back.
Boy, how about the extension at the rim? So explosive. Drexler powering through.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the East All-Stars. Here's Jordan. West All-Stars with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Drexler against Ainge. Drexler passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 1-point East All-Star lead.
And Kareem at 40. Still handling his business, getting it done. 15 points a game on 54% shooting from the field. For a 40-year-old, that is excellent production from the center position.
Drexler against Ainge. Now here's Drexler. D right on him. Shoots over Ainge. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. 14 points for him.
They found their rhythm now. They're in this game. Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him and whip.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the East. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. He'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Worthy out there with Malone. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Lever. And it's Elijah Wan in at the center, filling out the middle. Johnson with it. Now Thomas defending. Johnson against Jordan. Pass to Lever. Now Malone. Over Doherty. And that one goes long. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are graped up pretty good.
Here's Elijah Wan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, that was a nice play by Elijah Wan there, getting the shot off while still drawing contact.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Bird's checked in. The East leading by 3. And they double up Jordan. Pass to Ewing. Over Elijah Wan. And that one hits back iron. Down the stretch here, the East, Clark out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
Woo, it sure has been. And Thomas has it in the corner. Jordan sets the screen for Thomas. Over Johnson. It's rebounded by the West. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Worthy with it. Wilkins picks him up. Lever dishes to Johnson. That's in there. Lever with the assist. Lever's got 4 assists now tonight.
Once Magic gets the ball inside, he's about at the rim. Even the contact, not enough to foul him up.
A wide open look for Bird. The baseline jumper goes down. And the East leads by 3.
Boy, how much fun has this game been? Come on, man. Each side putting on an offensive clinic.
Outside Lever. Passes it to Olajuwon. Over Ewing. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Boy, Hakeem's size makes him hard to match up against, especially when he's determined to score inside.
And Olajuwon drops them both. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Outside Thomas. Over Johnson. Thomas, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
A nice shot by Jordan.
And we know Jordan is a master from the mid-range. Whether he's squared up or falling away, you feel like it's going to splash.
Malone sets the pick, reliever. The pass to Malone. He kicks it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Olajuwon.
And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. To take the lead. A shot by Johnson, no good. And here are the East All-Stars. They've led by as much as 10. And Jordan gets it to go. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over, Clark, is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is. Fires, high post, and that's an air ball. Not even close. The West trails by 3. Here's Lever. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Boy, in this stage of the game, that's exactly who you want taking those jump shots.
And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist in the game.
You cannot expect Thomas to miss a guy that open. I mean, he's got such a great eye for spotting shooters ready to shoot.
Here's Olajuwon, and he uses the glass on the layup. Olajuwon's got 31.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by the West. Here's Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the second most competitive division. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500.
Ewing sets a screen for Thomas. Back to Ewing. Patrick Ewing is a load inside the paint.
And with Patrick Ewing leading the way, the New York Knicks finally competitive again. The big man has quickly found a rapport with rookie point guard Mark Jackson. They are a team on the rise. Book that.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Malone's checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. English, he's checked in for Worthy. And it's Drexler in for Lever. English, the pass to Malone. Olajuwon inside, guarded by Malone. Olajuwon dishes to Malone. Missed it, even after all those chances. On the wing, Jordan. Malone trying to break free, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Now it's a 3-point East All-Star lead. And Clark in the Midwest, those Rockets are really making a push.
And they're doing it behind Hakeem Olajuwon. To me, he's the best center in the NBA. They certainly got a chance to give the Lakers a run for their money.
Oh, yeah. Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over. And the East with some changes. Ewing comes in for Moses Malone. And it's McHale in for Wilkins. Here's Olajuwon. And that one drops for him. Olajuwon's got 14 points here in the second half.
Timeout East.
And here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 1. Up top, Jordan. Drexler defending. To the paint. Here's McHale. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Bird from the arc. And a dead-eye shooter in Larry Bird.
Yeah, you know what is funny? With Bird, the more the game tightens up, the more he relaxes and gets loose. And those competitive juices take over.
Timeout called here by the East. They're going to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. That shot off. Nice D from McHale. Down low. It's Ewing that time on the assist by Jordan. And the East leads by 6.
The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lever's checked in. And so here are the West All-Stars. Lever is doubled.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Olajuwon. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way up. Olajuwon's got 35. Timeout called East All-Star.
East All-Star.
They're leading by 4. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan. Ewing, a screen on Lever. Jordan kicks to Ewing. Shoots over Lever. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
You know, with his size, skills, mobility, and touch, Patrick Ewing is the perfect option near the basket.
Johnson inside. He's against Jordan. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth.
But that's a quality look for him. Probably surprised himself with that miss.
Here's English. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
And they double up Jordan. Johnson right side. Good. Great play by English to set it up. Now just a 2-point East All-Star lead. Timeout called East All-Star.
East All-Star.
They're ahead by 2. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wilkins is checked in for Isaiah Thomas.
Dominique Wilkins.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Wilkins passes to Bird. Count it!
Simply as calm as you can be in that situation.
Here's West now. To the inside. Stolen by Ewing. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. McHale, that's good. And the East leads by 6.
This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics, Kevin McHale. Kids at home who want to learn how to score in the post, just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on top of moves in the paint.
And that's an intentional foul.
Team Olajuwon. 3rd personal foul. First team.
30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Magic Johnson.
That's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West All-Stars. Over in the corner, Olajuwon. "15 seconds left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. Fires the 3. Kept alive. And the Eastern All-Stars deliver. The favorites coming in. Clark, they did not disappoint.
Yeah, you looked at that team on paper and you saw they were the stronger team and should have been favored. But you still got to go out and prove it. And they did exactly that.
And so much scoring in that lineup for the East. My goodness, look at those names. That's always going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous